All right, so I've chopped this down a lot. If you see me having pain in here working through this, it's not because it's ActivePieces, it's just the reality of working through something new, learning its concepts. In the end, I end up really happy with ActivePieces. I am moving everything to it. N8N is powerful in everything, but I just get a little bit worried about the license. If N8N had a MIT license, I'd be sold. I wouldn't even think about ActivePieces, except ActivePieces has a great user interface for normal or less technical people, where they're more comfortable looking at something like Make. So yeah, enjoy, skip around, watch me suffer, watch how the process works, and I'll have another one as I move more of an API over. And that's why I did this, because I wanted to show me really doing the work and not just making something that is easy. All right, ActivePieces for the win on this one for sure. Thank you, enjoy. So I've been wanting to do ActivePieces videos, but I have to use it for real to really feel confident about doing a video. I don't want to do a theoretical video where it might work, but then I don't use it in production. So what I'm going to do, I figured if I start moving my application over, one of them, then I'll build up confidence. So I might as well do it on video, and I'll build out this API. This API has a lot of variations. We'll do the kickoff one where it's an API that the AI agent takes and does some stuff with the data, talks to Supabase, and then responds with a webhook. It has a bunch of sub workflows and then Anthropic. It will be a lot of, I'll cut as I go because I might take some time doing some password stuff and everything. But by the time we're done, we should have this fully replicated in ActivePieces to prove to myself that it can do it, that it can do what N8N does, and then just to get comfortable with it. Why would be mostly because of license. I can use ActivePieces as a backend to my API and never worry about the license. So let's see what happens. Let's dig in, do this, and just see what comes out of it. Okay, so this one's just an API. Can I even have a bunch of flows on one thing? Maybe I don't want to, I don't know. So in this one, we're gonna set a trigger to be a webhook, and I am learning as we go. I've done very little. So we're gonna build an API. It will be here. They have this thing where you put sync on the end of it. Let me get Postman so we can hit this with Postman. One moment. And you'll actually see how I work, which can be nice. We have this endpoint, and it's a live URL, and then we sync to really hit it, and then the test URL is just test. I wonder if I do /test and /sync. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's go grab that, which is different than N8N, whatever. And we're gonna say, here's my meal plan. I'm gonna duplicate this, selection, move, duplicate. And we'll call this meal plan ActivePieces. I'm really excited because of this whole license thing. It was bugging me, and someone mentioned it a while back, and I was like, okay, I gotta do something about this. And then let's go grab that again, because I think my clipboard got messed up. So here's our webhook. I'm pretty sure I can rename it. I'm not going to worry about that right now. If I click in sync, it would then wait, but then I want to do test. So do I do test and sync or sync and test? Yeah, I don't know. So let's just do test and see what happens. All right. So, okay, fine. So now we got a test in there, and obviously I didn't send anything, or did I? Let's see. I probably did because I copied this over. Boom, there you go. Yep. So then we should have some run in there, but we don't. So what do we have? How did that just benefit me? Test your webhook, authentication. Let's add the authentication, and I'll change this later. So I'm going to do header. Some things I'll skip, but I'll try not to. And header auth, so it would be authorization. And let me see if they do this right. Yes, they do. Thank you. So N8N does not show that. It drives me nuts. You can't see what you're typing. Little quirks, obviously easy to fix. I'm sure N8N will do it eventually. Okay, so now we have auth in there, and I don't really want, I'm gonna click publish. I don't wanna publish it, like I wanna just test it. It's like if I click publish, what happens? If I hit that with sync, so sync just means I want it to wait. We got a 204 no content, yeah, that's fine. So now if we go back in there, so when I build my API stuff, what I'm trying to do is get a payload in here so I could see it. And if we look, we have a payload, and now I can see it come in and I can start using it. So here's the payload that came in. Okay, good. And now I want to use it to build the next thing. And so it's interesting. Typically I would just copy it over. I don't know, we'll find out. So this next one, what do? I say, hey, AI, go do something. This is tricky because, and I might want to change this anyways, but I don't want to change it because ActivePieces can't do it. I want to change it because I might rethink some things. So meal plan, kickoff. All right, meal plan kickoff. Might be because I'm not in edit mode. I don't know. Meal plan, oops. Maybe that's why. Okay, so we're going in here where we can see my previous run over there. Still in edit mode, yeah, okay. And I can go there, and then I can say, okay, I want to save the meal. So that is an external workflow. And so what I do in that workflow, I don't know. So let's go grab it. I'll just click on that and that. All right. So we just execute a trigger, we save it to the database, and we edit. Now, that's a tool, and it knows when to use it. Save the meal goals. What does that guy do? Let's do this again. And let's just click on any of them and then replace that particular ID. And that guy does cleanup and then inserts the goal. And that one was the one I might move because I don't need it to do it. And this one I can do after. So I will move some of these. So let's first save the incoming data to the meal plan. So I clean up and then I insert. So let's do a Supabase. Let's start connecting the pieces here. So we're going to say edit flow, which I already thought I was in. Supabase. Hello, Supabase. Why can't I do anything with Supabase? Upload file, custom API call. Oh, that's weird. Uh-oh, not a good start. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Supabase. Now, Supabase is right now my way of, it's a wrapper around Postgres. So if I have to use Postgres, I'll just use the Postgres part of it. No big deal. But it's interesting. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if it matters. All right, let me do this off screen so I can have to worry about it. So that wasn't that bad. I'm just unorganized. They actually had a good way to find it. Okay, so now will it work? I don't know. I've never done Supabase this way. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I've never done Supabase this raw before. Don't know if I want to do it that way. That's interesting. I can see why they chose this, to be honest, because I'm sometimes not that impressed with the other ones. But let's just do what Supabase is. It's just a Postgres database. Okay. Let's set up that connection. Again, this is just the initial pane, whatever. I like how I get an error code. The N8N does that too, and it's really helpful that you know right away if your connection is working. Do they have good docs? Let's go see, because that is a big deal. ActivePieces docs. And then let's go look. And then we'll say, what am I trying to do? Postgres. Oops. Yeah, their docs lead to those. I don't know why they do that. Oh, that's a good one. I'll do that. Ah. Yeah, so they don't have a problem with this. See, whenever I click try, it just does that. Womp, womp, womp. Let's do, that's a bummer. Okay, let's just try it. Let's go back. Oops, not get started. Start, switch to AI. What is the host? I think it's going to start with Postgres. We'll see. I just don't know. That's nice. Oh my gosh. I had to connect through the session pooler. It's just a different connection point, but no big deal. I had the same problem with N8N. I got to remember that one. All right. So what is the interface I have now that I'm connected? I can query this thing and I can grab items from it. Let's see, I want to query. And I want to query based off something that came in. Triggering some data. I don't have any data. Test the trigger. Okay, so I test the trigger and then go here and send it. It does. Okay, cool. So I set it to test mode, grab a good data, perfect. Then I go here and I say, okay, what is my query? Now, because I did this before in Supabase, it's just get a meal, get user's ID. So get a meal based on user ID. So it's pretty easy query. And if it's not, I just use ChatGPT. So select star from meals where user ID equals that. And I will double check. See, Supabase has all this stuff here, so I can query it and whatnot. So we could then say, like it was telling me, use that. And then we add an argument, and then that argument would be, it's nice how they do this. No user ID. Okay, let me go grab a user ID. Yes, I will erase all this. Let's see, let's go copy that. Copy. It's interesting. Okay, yeah, the user must be created. Okay, and that was null. Okay, that makes sense. Let's send that again. And I'll make it something I'll change later. Okay, let's send it again. Now I can probably, if it's like N8N, I should probably be able to go here and edit this. So I can add that. If not, I'll just send it again. So I can't edit that, which is a nice feature in N8N. I can go here and just edit. So what I'll do is I'll click retest. So that's actually, it's a big deal. Whatever, these things are little paper cuts that are just user feedback. All right, so let's start from that and then we go here and we say parameters user ID. Oops. Looks like I chose the wrong thing. Hold on a moment, here we go. That is nice, no dragging. Let's see, application, huh, weird. Okay, I don't know what that is. What's an application name? So how can I run this? How can I prove that's working? Place, duplicate, skip. Oh, test step, duh. Okay, perfect, okay. The person is coming in here. We're gonna create the meal, not get the meal. So we're gonna save the first, generate, save meal goal. So we're gonna create the meal goal. Okay, so I'm gonna back this one out a bit because I got ahead of myself. And what I'll do, can I do this? Can't really disconnect them. Let's duplicate it for a moment. Let's just see if I can duplicate it. And then I like to save it in case I need it again for a moment, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to insert. So I don't know. We want to insert. This is where I'm just going to ask ChatGPT. Is create projects so I can have a consistent meal planning project. So hopefully I can build up some information about it for the memory of the chat system. All right. And I don't know if that's the right one. Save meal, save first meal. So this is the one we want. Okay, save the meal. So we're gonna insert it into meals. Insert into meals, okay. How did I do that before? Oh, I just did now year, now that. Okay, so let's do that. Knowing I have a lot of stuff to put in there. Actually, some of it I probably won't use. How do you, can I rename? Oh, there it is, cool, cool. Insert meal goals. So I know what this is now. Okay, so we're gonna insert into meal goals. Of course, we won't use all of these. So we're going to say insert meal goal. So the person comes to the site, they set up goals, and then they're going to do a reconnect, insert meal goals. And I don't need updated and created at. I think they're auto-generated. We'll get rid of that. Okay, so number 1 would be the ID, auto-generated. Number 2 would be the user ID, which I guess I just did that backwards. Sorry. Okay, this would be this guy. And then preferences would be this guy. That's pretty nice. I like that. Dragging's great, but that's really nice. And then we could do a date thing because I want to see how to do that. Helper, date helper. Get current date. I'll see what happens. That's interesting. We're going to make a subflow and then we're going to say that. Let's just see what happens. I don't know what will happen. N8N would do this differently, but that's okay. I want to see how they do it. So then I would do it that way. I like that, but there's a webhook. I have to actually run it, which is fine. Okay. And then we go to here and we go to here and we click on it again. Hello. Okay. We go to here and we say current time insert. Okay. That's not bad. And then I'll do one more. I think it would have, ideally the database just would have done that, but I don't know if it does and I just want to try it. Awesome. So if I retest this, yeah, I think it's just the wrong format. Let's try that one. I really don't know, honestly. And the database automatically should do it if I did it right. Goals ID. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let me wipe that out. Sorry, the database does not allow for me to have 2 mail goals as a user. Okay, let's do it again. Awesome. Okay, it doesn't output anything, but I guess it's common. Continue failure, try failure. It's interesting. Okay. Also, I don't have to do this weird thing with N8N where I think this should keep going, but with N8N it might not because it just doesn't output anything. So now, actually it's tricky because I can't say what is the one, right? What is the meal plan I just made? That's a bummer. It doesn't output anything. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tricky one. I don't know. I don't like that. Because if it's going to be fine for this, but if it was more than one thing. So anyways, we're going to select star for meal plans or that. All right. It's fine. Okay, so the next one is we take those goals and we start giving them to the AI to then do something. The AI will save a meal and it will generate a shopping list. So this is a tool pattern, so it lets it do its thing. I don't know if I can do a tool pattern here. Let's see what happens. Generate text to speech, translate, extract data. Let's ask the docs. Okay, I'm not sure. That was not that helpful. Oh, they have an AI one. Let's go look. AI utility. That's nice. I don't know if that's a service. I wonder what they do here. Ask the assistant. Nope, that's the built-in assistant. Oops. Who extracts structured data? Yeah, how would you do a tool, which is really powerful? Like, what is that? ActivePieces. Let's just publish that for a moment, and then that's nice because that actually is one of those things with N8N that's frustrating. Move to, and then we have flows. I don't see a way to make a piece. I think maybe ChatGPT's making that up, unless it's just something I'm missing. So let's do this. Let's make a piece core. That's interesting. I'm not sure what to do. Let me try something here. I'm just curious if I set up one of these, will it open up something else? Let's just try a first connection. OpenAI, and then I'll paste a key in there. One moment. Paste and go. And it didn't tell me if it was a good key, but that's fine. And then we'll do that. Let's just see if it works. And then we'll turn the temperature down because I really don't want it to make things up. And it's nice it did that. Jeesh. Wow, I thought I had more tokens than that. Maybe I do and it just doesn't know it. That's nice. I like how they did that. So now we're going to give it a prompt. I'm not too excited yet because that kind of blows an idea I've been doing. First, I'm going to do this. I'm going to break up the prompt to be 2 things. And so the original prompt will be, so you're a helpful assistant to build a mail plan for you. So I don't have any tools. And this was where I was having trouble having it do a few things. So it's a good point where AI agent tools is not always as good as just sequential agents. For the mail plan, consider the goals of the week. And we'll cover something in a moment. I want to put the current date time. Okay. And we'll hit that in a moment. Actually, I might as well do it now. How do I say that? Okay. I like how they did that though. The meal plan, 5 days a week. Okay, and then we don't want a shopping list. Okay. So then the goal is what the person sent in, but I'm going to grab it from here. And that's interesting. I messed up that query. So let's go back to that query and run a query. And let's just limit 1. And hopefully, yeah, it's okay. I'm sure there's some cool query thing I could do there to make it just show 1. Now we just want to take the results of that and put it here. Now, as you can see, I could have just grabbed it from here, but whatever. Okay, so let's just run that and see what it does. And this is nice because I can run it again, and N8N does this too, but I'm feeling like I can run that more easily without running everything ahead of it. It's actually nice. Yeah, it looks great. Okay, all right, so now we want to save that, okay? So we're going to duplicate and move it down here. And we want to insert into meals. Insert into meals. These are already in the plan. Oh, and a couple other things, okay. Man, I really like this because N8N sometimes you get in trouble when you don't have a certain thing. It's really nice. Current date time, extract details. What I want to add here is not extract. Let me delete that. Oh, I should have done replace. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. Hello date. Hold on. Core, current date. And all I want here though is, see, I want something more specific. So I'm going to try and get it to give me start of week and then end of week. Oh yeah, look at, okay. So I want it to give me start of week and end of week. So if we go to here, and sorry, if we go to here, save first meals. This guy, sorry, would be here. And again, I don't want to overlook the AI tools. Those are awesome. I gotta figure that one out. But what I do, oh, it's down here, sorry. Week number, that's what I want. Okay, so I want a week number. How can I, now we ask ChatGPT, because why would I read docs? I'll do both. How can I get the week number? What was that? The get current date. And then we'll go back to their docs while it's doing this thing. How can I get the week number from current date? Date, action 2, use extract date units, get current date. Neat. See, they keep doing this, but then I don't get to see anything. Look it, I'm gonna click this, and it's gonna go to my ActivePieces account, and then it's just gonna do nothing. I logged out, I'm curious. Yeah, see? I have no clue. Does anyone test these docs? They got to. Annoying. Alright, so anyways, get current date, action 2, extract date units. Get current date, let's see, let's just try to replace get current date, extract date units. There we go. Ow, shoot. Huh. Wow, that's neat. Week. Yeah, that's nice. Week. If it has what I want. Be able to do that with from time format, input date. Oops. Let's do this. I think, oh wait, let's just do year. Failed to parse the result, blah, 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 with format X. Current time, oh, I removed it, so it's a different format than what I'm thinking. Okay, wish I could keep that open at the same time. I think it's this one. Boom, okay. So now, can we do just a week? Yeah, I didn't think so. Did I mess up there? No. Why can't I make a week number? In here, want to know what week it is. Day of the week, second, month name, Farge. I really want the week number. It's very helpful. Dang, why can't I just do that? Let's see, week start. I'm gonna do another one. So let's duplicate this. Week number. So why can't I just do something like, what can I use here just to get the week number? I'm sure it's actually a standard thing. Just a W. Okay, let's see what happens. W. From time format. Yeah, see, it wants me to do that. I don't want to. So what I need to do is replace this. So let's see, how do I close that? Sorry, close that. Replace this. Get current date. This I think will work. Week number. And then I would just do W. This should work actually, I bet. Did I say that should work? It should work. Oh wait, we got some stuff here. This is good. Yeah, but where's week? Can I just give up on the one thing I want? Maybe I have to. Yeah, it just doesn't like the idea of a week. W did not work. If that can't do it, I'm not gonna give up because I really want week number. And so I'm gonna either make a code node like that. Let's see if we can do that. So let's delete that. But that wasn't bad. It's a nice UI. See what they call this. Code. Then let's do this. Wow, look at that. That's sick. I don't know if this is how they want me to format it. Let's just see if... let's just see. I ain't even going to read you. I'm going to just go back here and paste it there. So far, this is life. This is how it goes, especially learning something. I like the UI, though. I do like it. Oops, I don't want to add anything, but that's neat. I want to retest it. Sure is slow, but that's okay. I can figure that out. Man, this shouldn't be this hard, though, to be honest. How did I do it in N8N? Week number. Yeah, it's built in. That's not going to help. Let's see what happens here. And it would be interesting. I don't know if with ChatGPT and N8N in custom code, I usually get it in 3 tries. Dang it, really? Constant code. If remove, rename, or step will fail. Let's try something. So it's still failed. I'm going to give all of this to ChatGPT just so it just must not have a lot. Let me try something. I'm going to go, let's see. Let me just train on its docs. It's kind of cool. Powered by Inkeep. That's pretty sick. They did a good job. It's going to lead me to a link. Oh my gosh. Format, date difference. Next day of week. Get the date and time. Day of the week. Next day of the year. Not going to fall for your trick. All right. I just don't know. We'll try this, and if it doesn't work, maybe I will. It's not a showstopper. I'll just have to get over it. E-code is not a function. What is E-code? I really don't want to spend time debugging this. So let's just get rid of this one and try to... I think that can't be null. So let's see if I could week number. Let me just see if I could put, I'll just put a little something in there as a placeholder, and then we'll just keep going because I'm not going to let that block me. But it's interesting to see what I can do. Format date, get date time, next day of week, next day of year. Let's see if I could do this one. Let's just see what that does. I'm just curious. 02. So if I do month and day, it's stupid. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know why it says 12. Oh, because it is 12. Sorry. Jeez. Okay, let's just leave that. I'll just take advantage of that for now. Month, day. To fill in that particular field. Okay, insert into the mail goals. We don't want to do that. Insert mail goals, insert query to get my list. Okay, insert into shopping. So insert first week of meals. So we're gonna make a meal list, not a shopping list. Insert the meals, user ID, preference created. Okay, and then we go user ID. We don't want those goals. So this changes. What we want is the outcome of this guy. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Let's see this one. So I want the output of that. So I want the output of that. So how do I get, here we go. I like this. This isn't bad. So we want the output of that, and then we don't want ID create update now. So it's gonna change. Let's see, meals is user ID meal plan. User ID meal plan. Week start at week number. All these things are built into N8N, but not here, and that's okay. And I'm gonna do created at, updated at, but honestly, the database should do that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 variables. 5, 6. We're just trying to guard ourselves against SQL injection. Mail plan, start of week, current time. Okay. And that would be that. That's nice. That's really nice. So start of week. Week start at. Week start. Did I really get that working? Let's try it. Great. I'll be surprised if these dates are right. We'll just come back to it. Week, year, week number. Week number I had to fake. So we'll just do the month, day on that one. Oh yeah, multiple results. Week start. Oh wow. Okay. And then where you can grab the whole array or just the item. So we have the user, the meal plan, the week start, week number, and week year. Some of this might just be bad design, to be honest with you. That is pretty nice. Month 2, day 2. Okay. blah, blah, blah. I think that will do it. And invalid for type date year. So which one is it invalid for? That's a good question. User, meal plan, week start at is a date field. Huh, interesting. Oh, okay. I was wondering how it did that. Okay, so what we want to do is that minus that day. Not an array. I thought it was flattening out, but that would have been way too much. Okay. Again, it doesn't return it. I think that is a bummer. Let me ask ChatGPT because that's actually frustrating. And then I learn a lot from ChatGPT on this Postgres stuff, like what it can do. I'm always blown away. I'm so used to like ORMs, I forget. Awesome. Let's see if this works. This is the funnest part, is learning this stuff. Let's go back to here. Let's throw that into the mix. Let's give it a test. Awesome. I could do that up here as well. Okay, how are we doing? So now we have to make a shopping list. Okay, that's fine. We want to duplicate, drag this down, and I'll do what I do in other things. I'll say create first meal. The nice thing here, if it does it, is I shouldn't have to change anything anywhere. It should just stick. So when we go here and we inject the date here, it change the results. It's nice, really nice. And then this one I'm going to call create first shopping list. And so now we are gonna give it a prompt. That prompt has now just changed. So it's generate, oh, it hasn't really changed. It's just I'm moving it out of a tool into here. Leave that. And let's go grab this prompt. And this will be that. And then what do we want to put in here is the results of that last query. So first meal of the week, first item, and then that. Okay. Temperature 2. Now it could be a little bit more creative here. So let's just do 4 for the heck of it. I should look up this. Let me ask, because I'm now curious. It's 4 point. This is really important. Sometimes you're going to want a ton of token space, and 4096 is, I don't know, unless I'm reading it wrong. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, this is really important. Turbo. I'm going to do this one, but if I was ever doing something bigger, I would grab a different model and enter that. But I just want to not settle for that low of a number. And I'm going to fix the other one too, because that can really mess things up for no good reason. You just got to pay attention to what your models can do. Okay, so now let's test that out. And it's an old prompt, so it should work. And it's ChatGPT. Ooh, good. Okay. So then we want to insert that into our meal plan area. So now, first shopping list. Okay. Insert into shopping list. Insert into shopping list meal ID. Ah, interesting. So I needed that. Yeah, it's so important to get that. User ID, meal ID. Let me get rid of all this. Meal ID, so I can link them together. User ID, then the actual shopping list. For those of you used to an ORM, you get over it. It's actually not that bad, and you can get a lot more done without learning an ORM, which then would go back to my overall thinking, like there's less overhead to learn nowadays. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4, 5. So we can keep that, and we can then say, let's do this. Let's take the output of this, and we're gonna say, that's not the right one though. Okay, and we'll get rid of this. I like this UI actually a lot. Okay, so we're gonna say we need a meal ID. So let's go add one, and then we're gonna move that up here, and then we're gonna use the meal, go down into that array and grab that. Okay, meal ID, user ID, shopping list, created it, okay. Okay, awesome. So now I think, and it returns it, which is great. I don't know how to return something from the API yet. So let's just run this, and we should get something to return, or a 204 or something, or 200. Let's just give it a go. It might have actually worked. It might just be I didn't do a return. So part of this awesomeness is that we can do things and see the past of what ran. Input date, exact date, month, year. So week start. So it failed on the week start. Failed to parse with format. So I don't know what's a bummer here is I'm gonna go fix that, but then that's gonna go away. So I want to click here. Okay, good, it's stuck, good. Oh, but if I click edit, that goes away. Yeah, that's annoying. Hold on. That is annoying. I'm gonna take a screenshot and then I will, that is a slight bit of bad usability. Usability's hard. Who cares? This isn't a dig, it's just some thinking. I'm gonna paste that screenshot here. I'll move that over here, and then we'll move this over. And so it was a month, week, start. Again, probably one I don't even need. And there's a field to parse the date, year, month, day, time. Okay, I probably just chose the wrong one. Here, might not even have it, which is okay. I think I just need to. I forget how to do this one. Actually, ChatGPT should just do it for me. But I'm just gonna go ask it because I don't need to think. That's the goal. Is obviously we want to think, but save your thinking for the other stuff, the bigger stuff. That's what we want. Okay. Now I want to run this again. Like obviously it worked, but how can I run it against the fail? So how do I say, hey, this failed. This is the date coming in, right? Like current date. I don't know. Let's just run it again and see. It's a bummer. I wish I didn't have to run that again. In N8N, I could basically go to a run and I could carry over all that state over to here and run it in here. I don't see any way to do that unless I'm just missing the obvious. So maybe it's already carried over. No, like I can't do anything, right? So I'm not, it would be nice if they could pull that off. So what I mean by that in N8N, I could go here, find the error. Let's grab one with an error. So we'll go here, executions, error, this one, and which is crazy. There's an error from, I won't even go there. I can unpin it and then work inside of it, and I could find that error and rerun it. That's super helpful. I would say that's the only paper cut so far that I feel like is more than a paper cut. All right, let's run this again. Give it a go. Okay. It's okay. Stuff takes time. Yeah, same thing. Ironically, I don't even need it. Shoot. Yeah, but did I save it? Maybe I didn't click save. Yeah, that's frustrating. I'm not sure. Error, week start. Yeah, I don't get it. It's the new one, but it's showing something different. I honestly don't know. It's a bummer. And the fact I could edit that here but not run it, I don't quite understand the way they want me to do this. Again, it took a while to get used to N8N, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, but so that's the current time result. But if we go to the run, the failure of the run, we go to current time result. That looks good. Yeah, it's odd. Ooh, dang it. It's such a non-important thing. But date time is important. I just don't understand why it's having so much trouble. Let's see what that does. That is a bummer. It's cool, I could do a live look. That's nice. This is awesome UI. I think the maturity of N8N is shining here, but maturity just takes time, and on the foundation they're on, it could be awesome. All right, it worked. Perfect. Now what I want to do is add the final touch, and then I'll do another, I'll move over all those other APIs in a separate video. So let's see, I deleted that. So now, and this is what I was assuming, is I have to do an output, right? I have to tell the API I'm done. So how do I return webhook? Return a response, awesome. Okay. And then I forget what I want to return. The UI needs the UID, and then it needs the UUID of the meal. Yeah, the meal. So let's see, insert meal. Run. I like this. This is really nice. Insert meal. This is me getting the last meal because I should change it, but I'm being lazy. Oh, look at that. That's what it looks like. Interesting. And then the step. That's interesting. If I move that step, I wonder if it gets lost. And then we want to return for the UI. Now, I don't need to do this. The UI then takes the UID and redirects. So I might actually just do that, and that's it. So the UI knows to say, oh, he gave me a UID, the next route is a get, and then it will come back and get that, which is totally legit. And it looks like I can only do one flow here, which is fine. Oh, look at that. I could test the flow. What does it test it with? I don't know what it's testing it with. I didn't really want to do that. All right, let's go run this from Postman. It was nice I could do that. Run it from Postman and go. All right, this should work. And that was cool that we could see that. Let's see. was actually really neat. I know you can do something like this in N8N, but this is actually really nice looking. Okay, I just don't know how to do a response, honestly. So we had a fail, so we're gonna go to runs and fail, and then we're gonna say, hey, why did you fail? And probably bad JSON. So I probably just need to do this. And what was cool is when I did that test run from there, it actually failed as well with I think the same thing. So it does show I could have troubleshot right there. Go to Postman, run it again. I'm gonna chop this video down, but I'm happy so far. I had the trouble with the date, but yeah, it's a nice UI, a nice user experience. I don't like the docs, but maybe it's just a bug I'm having. But that's it. Now I could redirect. I'll build the front end in Replit, and I'll come back to this. So we'll have a mobile or web app. Make the sign up, make it, and then go. All right, that's it.